Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another WaxMode showcase. And this video is going to be a little bit different. I was out working with the new top coats from CarPro and Gyeon. I've got the Gliss and Skin top coats. And this is really going to be a teaser or discussion video for CarPro Gliss. I'm going to talk about what my testing has been like with this product in the short term. I have not been able to dial in my application process with Gliss in order for me to see a consistent performance across the entire section that I apply it to. Now let me explain the prep for this specific test here. What I'm doing is I've applied these two products 2 hours ago on the paint, and so I'm testing to see, can I get away with rinsing these products shortly after I apply them? It just gives me some insight into how quickly they cure on the paint. And so you can see the skin side on the left here is really flat, it's really slow. It's going to take a much longer cure period for skin to get up to its performance level, and its performance level is a much higher level than what you're seeing on the left. On the right side, we have Gliss, and it's just incredible beating. It is an insanely hydrophobic product. And what this specific test shows me here is it's not going to take much time at all for Gliss to actually cure before it shows you its maximum performance with water. And in this test here, this is the best that I've been able to get Gliss to perform on the paint, and the widest area on the paint as well. So the problem that I've been having with Gliss is it doesn't like for you to go back over an area that you've already applied it to the paint. It doesn't like for you to do your crosshatch pattern to get a more even coverage. So it's been deceptively easy to work with. And you can see here where that streamer is getting stuck. That's exactly where I stopped applying it to the paint. I went to go reload Gliss back onto the applicator pad and then started over again. So there's that tiny bit of overlap where I was hitting an area that I've already applied it to the paint, and it's already partially dried. So my goal here is to make sure I dial in Gliss, get it performing at a consistent level on top of bare paint, and both Skin and Gliss here in this test have been applied to bare paint. There's nothing underneath of them. That way I'll get an idea of when I'm screwing up my application process applying Gliss on top of a coated paint. And that's what I really don't want to do. I don't want to ruin the coating underneath by having a botched Gliss application. Right, so in this clip here, what I did is apply Gliss using the overlapping crosshatch pattern up to the crease on the right side of the panel here. After the crease, what I did is just apply it using straight line patterns, and I'm still getting a very slight holdup on that very outside edge of the panel here, which is probably another one of those overlap spots. You know, when we do the straight line section and then move over to the next lane, there's that slight bit of overlap, probably like 20% on this application there. So still not perfect. I'm going to keep working at it. Alright, so back here to the original clip. Let's talk a little bit about Skin versus Gliss. Skin is not going to be available sold individually. You can only get it in the Gyeon Synchro kit, which is going to come with their 50 milliliter size bottle of the upgraded Mohs formula. And I hope they change that in the future. I would love to be able to get Skin by itself, because you would be able to use it on a lot of different coatings and not just Mohs. So forcing me to pay $160 just to get my hands on Skin is definitely not something I'm a fan of. Whereas with Gliss, you can get it by itself, and it's going to be about $50 for 30 milliliters. And despite them advertising Gliss as this hyper slick coating, Skin blows it away in how slick the paint feels after applying Skin to the surface compared to Gliss. Gliss is going to be slicker feeling than the C-Quartz coatings like the regular C-Quartz and the C-Quartz UK. Gliss also dries much differently compared to a lot of different top coats and coatings themselves. It's got a slight hazing when it dries, and it dries quickly as well. So what I'm going to do is mess with much different, longer and shorter dry periods before I begin to buff it off of the paint. See if that has a stronger impact with the performance after we do the first rinse. So I'm going to end the video here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the discussion regarding Gliss. Again, ignore the entire left side panel on this rinse with Skin. We got to give it some more time to cure before we start seeing its more noticeable presence and performance on the paint. But this is just another way to use water behavior to tell me a little bit more about the story of what's going on the paint. This tells me with a lot of different coatings, with a lot of different sealants, when I have applied it properly or when I have applied it improperly. But thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.